Well, tell us a little bit more about that and how that really works.
I think about it kind of like I'm an introvert. I'm able to interact with people, no problem, and have conversations. But at the end of the day, I need to sink back inside of myself. I need quiet. I just need to refresh. So for a lot of people on the spectrum, what I'm describing for myself will be more extreme. For example, if somebody's sensory issue is bright lights, this situation would really be difficult. And they might be able to get through it, but once they're out, they're gonna be just spent.
Well, once they get that evaluation or they're getting ready to do that, how do they prepare so that they can get a fair evaluation?
I would recommend that they do a little research. They should be evaluated by a psychologist. Therapists, psychiatrists can give the diagnosis, but the psychologists are the ones who are the most familiar with the appropriate tools and measures. I would do research and ask around who has a lot of experience diagnosing autism. SPSI has several psychologists who are very experienced in that area. For some people who are maybe right on the edge, they have some symptoms, but they're not severe enough. They can maybe get 2 different evaluations by 2 different psychologists and get different results.
Okay, well, any other advice for people who may be watching this and are considering doing an evaluation?
There's a lot of literature out there that can be helpful. I myself actually am married to a man on the spectrum that was not diagnosed in childhood.
Oh, wow.
I am the one who started seeing signs.
Oh my.
I purchased some books about, marriage on the spectrum, things like that. It can be very enlightening.
Yeah, what did you see, if you don't mind sharing, that helped you kind of decipher that he may have been on the spectrum?
The first is quirkiness. And, this is from a neurotypical point of view. People on the spectrum have display behaviors that we call quirky. The biggest piece for us, and I think this is a common issue, is the communication style. I remember once texting him something and he never responded. And I said, "Did you get my text? You didn't answer." And his response was, "You didn't ask me a question." So there's that kind of literal, straightforward.
That makes sense, yeah.
I think they're often called rude just because they're so straightforward. Honesty, following the rules, straight to the point, that's the style.
Well, for those that are interested in learning more and possibly getting an evaluation, tell them how they can find more information about your organization.
We are Saginaw Psychological Services, and we have offices in Midland, Saginaw, and Bay City. And all they would have to do is call the main number and say that they'd like to undergo a psychological evaluation, and it's that easy.
Well, thank you so much. That was very insightful.
Thank you.